Hey everybody, it's Captain Shane, and I'm back in the 737-800. This is the Primaire paint job. Giant air cargo. We're going to be, or Atlas, not, it's giant call sign Atlas air cargo. We're going to be flying this thing over to Richmond, and then, depending on if people are interested, we'll take one more short flight. The last time I flew the 737, I just crashed it in the runway. At Chicago. I think they're still picking up the pieces from that. I was doing a crosswind landing, and as I was attempting to decrab, I pushed left rudder to align the nose, and when I did that, the left wing started to drop, which is typical, so I added right aileron to counter it, and the aircraft just dropped. So I don't know what that was about. I need to work on my crosswind landing technique, I guess. Maybe a little less rudder, but boy, I need to get a better landing in tonight, so hopefully we can do that once or twice. So let's go ahead and get on with it. We'll go ahead and start with our initial cockpit prep. We're going to do the whole thing tonight. I haven't flown in a while. I'd like to run it. So let's get ground service. Ground power unit is on. Chocks are on. Let's do the landing gear lever is down and locked. Parking brake released. Battery on. Ground power on. Hey, cockpit lighting adjust. Okay. Lights set to test. Make sure all the lights come on. Okay, it looks good, and we'll leave that on bright. Mach airspeed warning. Oh, that's up here. Stall test. IRS switches to nav. Alright, window heat. Pitot heat. Emergency light switch on. Seatbelt signs. Logo lights are on. Position lights are on. Wing lights, wheel lights, not required. Okay, JipWiz system test.
Glide slow. Pull up.
Fire
Wind
overhead.
Shear. Wind shear.
Overheat.
Wind shear.
Fire overheat.
Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Obstacle. Obstacle.
Cargo fire.
Pull up. Airspeed low.
Okay, EFIS panel. Let's do data position, range all the way down, plan over here, and we'll do terrain on the right. Okay, takeoff warning system. Tested. Weight and balance. Alright, what do we got here? Weight and balance, payload. First of all, let's get some fuel on board, and before we know how much there is, let's check it. Here's our flight plan for tonight. Looks like total fuel on board will be 15,600 pounds, of which 6,350 is the trip fuel. Cost index 34, flight level 350, and basically no wind at all. Zero wind component for this flight. That's strange. No, I normally don't see that kind of wind component where it's completely canceled out. Average ISA +5. Okay. So let's go ahead and get the fuel started. 15,630. Let's call the fuel truck. And then we'll start setting the payload. But before we do that, let's zero out all these stations here. Alright, and the cargo load tonight per the manifest is 43,000 pounds. It's pretty heavy. Let's get some in the cargo bays. 36, 36, 36, 36. That's 45. How are we looking on weight and balance here? Ooh, CG's way too far forward. So we'll take some out of here and put it in there. CG's too far aft, so now we'll take some out of there. Nope. Now let's go down to about 20 there and 10 here. It's still too much. 30. 10. I'll take that. 22.6. Take off CG. Looks good. Okay, weight and balance is set. Now we'll do position initialization on the FMC. So reference airport is KILN. Take that, put it in the IRS position. Now let's work on setting up the FMC. So we'll start with our route. So KILN to KRIC. The flight number is Giant 3667. And our flight plan tonight, looking at the OFP here. So no SID or direct to York, an HVQ J24 MOL Spider 5 Richmond runway 20. So let's go YRK York over to HVQ. Then we're going to pick up the J24 airway and going to get off at MOL. For departure, we're going to use runway 22 right. We'll go over weather in a minute. For arrival, we're on the Spider 5 MOL transition, and we're looking for the RNAB Yankee runway 20. RNAB Yankee runway 20. And the transition is Deer. Alright. So let's take a look at what that's going to look like. So we're direct to York right out the gate. Okay. York, step. All right, let's zoom in on this, make sure this all makes sense and connects. All right. So Rupert Deer. So let's go connect the dots on that. Oh, see those vectors there. I don't want the vectors. Let's go Deer to the vectors. All right, see that connects the dots now. There we go, perfectly connected, and there's our RNAV right into runway 20. That looks good, so let's activate. Performance initialization. Reserves 7,000. Cost index 34. The cruise altitude is 350 tonight. The cruise wind is 206 at 35 average. 206 at 35 average. Offset is +5, so let's see. Flight level 350 will be -55, so we're going to be -50 Celsius. Okay, fuel is loaded. Let's execute that. And one limit. Let's go back over to SimBrief. And let's run some numbers. Real quick before we do that, let's take a quick gander at the weather before I X out of this. So, we're currently at Wilmington Airport, which is in Ohio. The weather here is the wind. Well, let me see if I can get an update on this. Okay. Wind is 190 at 11. 5 statute miles visibility. Rain. Broken at 8,000 feet. Overcast at 10,000. Temperature 17. dew point 16, altimeter 2981. And at Richmond, we're looking at winds 210 at 12 knots, 10 statute miles visibility, scattered at 7,000 feet, temperature 28, altimeter 299 or 2. So real nice weather with the wind blowing right down the runway at Richmond. Now, let's do some takeoff performance calculations. Let's confirm our aircraft gross weight is 151.2. Let's go 151-200, flaps 5, thrust optimum. It is a wet runway. Calculate. Okay, looks like our outputs are going to be flaps 5, DTO, select temperature 47, V1, oh, let's turn that off. 144, 144, 150. All right. And one limit is going to be select temperature 47, DTO. 94.3, oh, we're going to be screaming. Flaps 5. CG 24, so the trim is 5 on the dot. And 144, 144, 150. All right. And we'll get takeoff on the left, right, legs on the left. FMC is set. Final cockpit preparation checklist. Fuel quantity check and confirm. It is set. 15.6. Flight altitude, flight level 350. The landing field elevation is going to be 168 feet. Round that up. Landing altitude, FMC is checked and confirmed. Flight director, on. Auto throttle, on. MCP airspeed, we're going to set that to V2, which is 150. MCP altitude, we'll go ahead and set that all the way up to flight level 350. I don't think we have any ATC right here right now. MCP heading. Oh, let's get that. So looking at the chart, so our plan here is essentially we're going to fly runway heading until about 500 feet, then we'll start our turn direct to York. So the runway heading here is going to be 224 degrees. Auto brakes. RTO. Radios. Let's get the CTAF here. ILN 119475. That's an odd one. 119475. Okay, we'll tune that in. Nav, not worried about it. TCAS. All right, TCAS. We 3457 is our squawk code. 3457. Okay, taxi takeoff departure brief. All right, as previously discussed, there is no standard instrument departure here. So what our plan is we're going to take off and fly runway heading until 500 feet, and then we'll go direct to York, YRK, and then on course. Taxi plan. Let's bring that up here. All right, we're currently over here at the cargo apron. Very quick taxi over to Alpha 1, and then on a 22 right. This will be a quickest taxi we're ever going to get. We're literally right by the runway threshold now. Okay, taxi takeoff departure brief is performed. Before start pushback checklist, lower MFD is on engine, APU. We can go ahead and start that now. Doors and windows are closed. Yaw damper is on. Electric hydraulic pumps. Fuel pumps. Parking brake. Set. wait for APU gen. I'm gonna go ahead and get my desk reconfigured, and I'll get the webcam resituated here in just a moment. Hey, King Ducks. Sorry, I missed your... I was so busy setting up my cockpit. This is the Level Up 737. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to ignore you, man. This cockpit prep takes a while, and I was kind of engrossed in it. I normally do a little better job watching my chat, so... Just give me a second to set up my desk. Alright, I think we're set up here. Let's see how this webcam's looking. I like to give you a picture of the flight controls and the throttles. So we can go up a little bit. So you got yoke, throttles. Okay, APU generators 1 and 2 on. Wheel chocks and ground power unit removed. Anti-collision lights, trim air on. APU bleed is on. Engine start, we're going to go ignition left. ACARS, let's start ACARS right now. And while that's happening,
ground cockpit, tow is driving up.
ACARS is running. Okay, push start clearance. Well, I would call and get it, but there's nobody here on VATSIM. This is not a very popular airport. And we have no ATC, so we're just going to go ahead and say push and start is approved.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Clear connect.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
About there will do.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Alright, crew, starting engines. Starting engine number 2. Okay, starter valve is open. Rotation on N2. Fuel on. Oil pressure's good. Hey, EGT, fuel flow. Starter valve disengaged. Starting engine 1. Rotation N2. Oil pressure's on the rise. Fuel on. EGT, fuel flow.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, start valve closed. Engine and wing anti-ice not required. Packs on. APU bleed is off. APU's on. Isolation valve is closed. Engine breakers 1 and 2 are on. APU off. Wait now on ground signal. While we do that, let's skip ahead and start working on our taxi checklist. Flaps and slats. Flaps 5. Snap trim set for takeoff is set already.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
Alright, see you later. Okay, takeoff data 144, 144, 150, and the N1 is 93.3. Taxi takeoff departure brief, no change. TARA, the transponder, taxi light. And there's our hand signal. Okay, taxi light is on. Lower MFD on system. Taxi clearance. Alright. Clear on the left, clear on the right. There's nobody here. Crew, let's roll. Brakes released. Nozzle steering, check left. Check right. Brakes checked. Flight controls check. Ailerons left, ailerons right. Elevator up, elevator down, rudder left, rudder right. Flight controls check free and clear. And before takeoff checklist, lower MFD is off. Let's go VNAV and then heading select. Still clear left, clear right. Very short taxi here. Exterior lights. Radar on. A little stuttery. I want to see if I can get rid of some of these ground objects and make it a little bit better. Let's see here. Graphics, vegetation density. Let's basically make that minimal. Let's see what that does. I think all these trees in the background are making it a little bit stuttery. There we go. I don't think my 8 car is like that. Let me make sure that it's gonna reconnect here. Now we're good. All right, crew, clear for takeoff. Clear on the left, clear on the right. TCAS is clear. Runway heading is 224, and the wind is more or less right down the runway here. Alright, we're ready. Power's coming up. Okay, stabilized. Set takeoff thrust. Thrust set. Auto hold.
V1 rotate. Oh, is it brake?
You're up.
You're up.
LNAV. Flaps 1. Flaps up. Okay, looking for 250 knots. Flying the flight director. Hey, there's our 250 knots. I'll turn on the autopilot at 10,000 feet. Command A. After takeoff checklist, landing gear up, Lights out. Handle off. Flaps and slats are up. Retract. Auto brakes off. ICAS. No alerts. Exterior lights. To the line. Got some weather up ahead. Okay. Let's deviate around that a little bit. Let's go heading select. I don't want to drive into that cell right there, so we're going to come right in a little bit and see if we can navigate around it. Okay, got our climb speed, 305 knots. Alright, we'll keep this guy zoomed out a little bit better on the weather. I'm gonna watch this one, because I'm driving right now, so I don't want to fly into that stuff. Okay, 18,000 feet, altimeter standard. After takeoff checklist complete. There's that cell over there. Hey Trixie, this is called XP-12, and this is the version 12.2 B4 beta, XP-12. All right, crew, we're clear of this cell. Let's go ahead and get back on course here. I think we can go direct York now, so let's go back to LNAV. Looking good, flying through flight level 220. Might get a little bumpy in here. Hold on. Whoa. It got dark in here, didn't it? Yeah. I figured we'd catch a little bit of this. Wow, it's bumpy. Alright, I think we're through the most of that stuff. Okay, coming through flight level 280 for 350. Okay, flight level 300, 5,000 to go. to start getting my charts ready here. I'm gonna have to start talking about descent pretty quick. Oh, we're gonna have ATC going in here. That's nice. Wow. 133725. That's cool. I wasn't expecting that. 133725. Wow, we even got Potomac approach on 11985.
1,000 to go.
Alright, crew, we'll be leveling off here. Okay, we are level at flight level 350, and how long do we have? 108 miles, 2355. So we got about 14 minutes till top of descent. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go grab a little drink from the galley, and then when I come back, we'll start talking about descent planning. And we have ATC on, so we can expect that too, which is nice. So give me 1 minute. You guys just enjoy the view. I'm gonna grab myself a gin and tonic because I like to fly with a drink. Be right back. Alright, crew, back in the seat. Got myself a GT, a little gin and tonic for the flight. let's go over our descent and approach checklist. So, landing data. Let's bring up sim brief again. Landing performance, we're looking for runway 20. Oh, let's get the landing weight first of all. 147.2, about 2,000 pounds on landing, so 145.2 is the estimated landing distance. 145, 200, calculate. Okay, V approach is 154, so 149. Max brakes. All right. So flaps 30, 149. Let's go auto brakes 3. I don't think we need max auto brakes. Okay, arrival information. We are on the Spider 5 RNAV arrival, transitioning on at Montebello. We got some landing restrictions or altitude restrictions here. We are landing runway 20. So if we were going to land... Oh! No, I don't need to talk to Indy Center. I need to talk to Washington Center. These are the landing crossing restrictions. Let's make sure those are in the FMC. And they are in there. We're also looking to shoot the RNAV Yankee runway 20 approach. Pick it up at Deer. At the final approach fix, which is Mugao, we need to be at 1,300 feet. Pick a 3-degree glide path down to the runway. The RNP decision altitude is going to be 505 feet Barrow. MSA is 2,600 feet. MS approach is climb at 2,000 feet on track 203 to KC and hold. Okay. So let's get that 505. Wow, I'm really overshooting that. .505. Arrival and approach briefing. Descent height, decision height, minimum descent altitude is set. Seatbelts are on. Let's see if we can get a hold of Washington Center now. Washington Center, good evening. Giant 3667 with you, flight level 350.
Giant 3667, Washington Center, roger, go to contact.
Okay, top of descent's in about 60 miles.
Washington Center, Southwest 4345, with you, 330. Say again. Washington Center, Southwest 4345, with you, 330. So that's 4345, Washington Center, ready to contact. Send via Freedom 6 arrival, heading south, Washington, altimeter 2988. Send for the Freedom 6 arrival, Southwest 4345.
Washington Center, good evening. Get American A13s with you, climbing through 10,000 for 19,000.
American A13, Washington Center, climb, maintain, flight level 370.
I got me lit up 370, American A13.
It's nice to have ATC on.
1772, connect Boston Center 134.7.
1772, 134.7, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772, 134.7. 1772,
134.7, JetBlue 1772, thank you.
All right, let's check the weather real quick while we have a moment.
Washington Center, November 8-1 Romeo Bravo, 15,000.
Wrong airport. Richmond. Okay.
Say again?
210, 12 knots.
Washington Center, November 8-1 Romeo Bravo,
2982.
15,000.
November 8-1 Romeo Bravo, Washington Center, radar contact, cross Buzzy at maintain 1110,000, Raleigh altimeter 29907.
Climb maintain 111,000. November 8-1 Romeo Bravo.
November 8-1 Romeo Bravo, negative, cross Buzzy at and maintain 1110,000, Raleigh altimeter 29907.
119.5. We got Richmond. We got ATC. We got ATIS.
Wait. 2. Washington Center, Kingston at that waypoint.
Altimeter 29902. Arrival aircraft, packed ILS or visual at 16.
November 8-1 Romeo Bravo, it's Buzzy. Bravo, uniform Zulu Yankee, it's the arrival you filed to Buzzy.
Advise on initial contact. You'll have information Alpha.
Washington Center, cross Buzzy. And fly and maintain 111,000.
International Airport AMS information Alpha 2254 Zulu. West 210 at 12. Visibility 10. 7,000 scattered. 25,000 scattered.
Alright, just waiting for top of descent here. 29 miles.
Washington Center, Delta 1007 with you, climbing 11,000 for 21,000.
Delta 1007, Washington Center, climb maintain for level 340.
Up to flight level 340 for Delta 1007.
Air Canada 1199, Cleveland Center closed, frequency change approved.
Over to Unicom, which is flight thanks for the ATC, okay?
Kind of a short runway, 6,700 feet.
Roger, Skywest 3212, missed a call. The sun had with the lead pilot.
Skywest 3212, no, you didn't. The Cleveland Center closed, frequency change approved. Take care.
Over to the dark side for Skywest 3212. Sir!
JetBlue 451, Jags will close, frequency change approved.
122 energy for JetBlue 451. Thanks for the ATC. Have a great night.
Take care. American 1727, cross Hogs at maintain flight level 180.
Hogs at 180, American 1727.
November 81 Romeo Bravo, contact Raleigh approach 124.95.
Contact Raleigh approach. November 81 Romeo Bravo, good day.
Take care. Giant 3667, descend via Spider 5 arrival, Richmond altimeter 29902.
Okay, descended via the Spider 5, Giant 3667. Alright, crew, you heard the man. We're cleared down. That'll work. 3,000 for now. I'm sure we'll get it at... Actually, you know what? No, we'll keep that 10,000. Until we get something else. I lied. 8,000. That's the bottom altitude on the arrival.
Southwest 1453, contact atomic approach 119.85.
Throttles to idle.
11985, Southwest 1453, thank you.
All right, crew, heading down.
Washington Center, Bush rate 5449, 12,000, climbing flight level 190.
Pushing 5449, Washington Center, climb maintain, flight level 340.
Level 340, Bush rate 5449.
Okay, looking good on speed, on profile.
Southwest 4345, connect atomic approach 119.85.
Over to Potomac, Southwest 4345.
Okay, looking nice on speed. .96, 95 track miles to the runway via the RNAV. Oh. Messing around with the autopilot, don't mind me. Okay, leveling off at 210.
Washington Center, hello, JetBlue 2926, flight level 350, about 68 southwest of Fayetteville, VOR.
JetBlue 2926, Washington Center, radar contact, good afternoon.
Alright, so we're gonna level off here a bit and fly a little further and then send down towards Reading. Okay, looks like 13 miles and we'll start back down. The next altitude will be 13,000 feet. Washington Center, Giant 3667.
What's up?
For the arrival into Richmond, will that be with Potomac or will we stay with you?
Potomac.
Wait, what? What'd he say?
Giant 3667, contact Potomac approach, 1100.85.
Alright, 1985 for Giant 3667, so long.
So long.
Alright, over to Potomac then.
Reporting.
Okay, retard. Throttle's idle. Heading down. Hey, Mexican Aviator, how you doing, man? Welcome aboard. Potomac approach, good evening. Giant 3667 with you, descending flight level 210 for 13,000.
Giant 3667 Potomac approach, descend via the Spider 5 arrival. Information at Richmond Bravo. Expect visual approach runway 16.
Okay, information Bravo, and descend via the Spider 5, and if possible, if I would prefer the RNAV Yankee 20 into Richmond, if you can accommodate.
Let's see, that was the RNAV Yankee runway 20.
Affirm.
Alright, Giant 3667, you can expect that.
Okay, we'll expect that. Thanks a lot, Giant 3667. Ah, nice. Ah, I like this guy. Alright, we're going to Richmond, Virginia. So I flew out of ILN, which is...
And Giant 3667, just make sure we're on the same page. Continue to send via the Spider 5 arrival.
Yeah, descend via the Spider 5 arrival, Giant 3667. We flew out of
Southwest 43,
Wilmington.
At Freedom, maintain
It's a little loud, hold on.
Then descend and maintain 3000.
Wilmington, Ohio, down to Richmond, and oh, altimeters.
Southwest 1453, report we have the river in sight.
Let me get that information, Bravo.
Southwest 1453, confirm you said rivers in sight.
Oh, it's not updated.
Southwest 1453, cleared river visual, runway 19.
Clear river visual, runway 19, Southwest 1453.
Southwest 2124, wind 130 at 9, runway 15 right, clear for takeoff.
All right. You said information Bravo, but it's information Alpha. Atomic approach, Giant 3667. I'm still seeing information Alpha. What is the wind and altimeter currently for Bravo?
Giant 3667, let's see. Altimeter closest to you is Charlottesville 29 or 89. The altimeter at Richmond 29 or 9 or 2. Winds at Richmond 210 at 9.
Okay, copy the information. Thank you, Giant 3667. No change. Okay, we're getting a little fast. Put a little speed brake in here.
100.1, Southwest 1453, thank you, have a good day. Security of Atomic approach, United 755, around the ground at Dulles information, Mike looking for taxi 19 left if possible.
United 755, Potomac departure. Yeah, we can do that. Runway 19 left, taxi via Juliet 1.
Speed brake retract.
Confirm information, November on board.
Got information, November on board now, and we'll taxi 19 left, Juliet 1, United 755.
Oh, looks like a kick model throttle off here.
Southwest 2124, radar contact, say altitude.
Auto throttle's come back on.
Southwest 2124, roger, continue climb via safe.
Okay, heading down. Next crossing altitude's going to be 8,000. Altimeter is cross-checked. 29092, and let's go ahead and go exterior lights. Descent approach checklist complete. Alright,
Giant 3667, proceed direct Deer, cross Deer at 4000, at Deer cleared RNAV Yankee runway 20, advise if you can get 4000 at Deer.
Okay, we'll go across Deer at 4000, we'll go direct there, and we are cleared RNAV Yankee runway 20, Giant 3667. Alright, crew, clear direct Deer.
4345, report we have the river site.
Alright, we need to get down pretty quick here.
Southwest 4345.
Southwest 4345, cleared.
Speed brakes extend.
Visual, runway 19er, contact tower 119.1.
For visual runway 19 over the tower, Southwest 4345.
Yeah, we gotta lose a lot of altitude here.
Southwest 2124, climb maintain for level 230.
230.
Southwest 2124, contact Washington Center 133.72.
3372, good day, Southwest 2124, we'll see you.
I think we'll make that. Alright, crew. We cleared direct deer, crossed that at 4,000, and cleared for the RNAV. Let's get the HUD up. Okay, we're a little bit high on the profile, but I think we'll get it in there.
September departure, United 75, short of 19 left with Julie 1, ready to go.
United 755, on departure fly, runway heading.
Two brakes are still extended.
Runway heading, wind 150 at 10, gust of 16, runway 19 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading on departure, clear for takeoff, 19 left, United 75.
I think we'll make it. The trend line's saying we're gonna make it. Or close enough anyway. I think we'll make it. I think we'll make it. Yeah, close enough. Alright, speed brake retract. I think we made it. Alright, crew, we are cleared for the RNAV. Okay, we'll hold this altitude for about 5 miles and then we'll start down again.
United 755, radar contacts the altitude.
United 75, climb 1,900 for 3,000.
United 755, turn right heading 270, climb maintain 10,000.
Right heading 270, 10,000, United 75.
Alright, crew, heading down again. Alright, speed brakes extend. Get a little fast. A little hazy out here. I can't see the airport yet.
9755, turn right heading at 290.
Alright.
290, United 75.
Hey, decel. Alright, crew, let's prepare for landing. Let's go flaps 1.
At 755, climb maintain flight level 190, proceed direct rigging.
Alright, let's go speed.
Direct rigging's up to flight level 190, United 75.
180. Flaps 5.
2500.
Let's go gear down. Speed 160, flaps 15.
1,000 to go.
Let's keep it going to final approach speed, 154. Flaps 30. Before landing checklist, landing gear down, 3 green, spoiler handle. Armed. Auto brakes 3, flaps to slats, flaps 30, altimeter's cross check, ICAST no alerts. Waiting on landing clearance. Runway in sight.
9755, contact Washington Center 133.72.
Autopilot off.
13272, United 75.
Auto throttle off.
Giant 3667, wind 210 at 9, runway 20, clear to land.
Clear to land 20, Giant 3667. Alright, crew. Runway in sight.
Atomic approach, Southwest 1379, 19.3, descend via routes for landing south with information, Yankee.
Southwest 1379, Atomic approach, be my cog easy. Expect to river visual runway 100.
Expect a visual 100, Southwest 1379.
1000.
Little high, correcting. Landing clearance is clear to land.
Approaching 100.
Continue.
Minimum 300. $200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Manual braking.
Giant 3667, welcome to Richmond. Exit runway right, taxi to ramp the Alpha. You have a good night.
Tuck approach, Giant 3667, we're clear 20, say again.
Yeah, Giant 3667, just welcome to Richmond. You can taxi to ramp via Alpha. Have a good night.
Ramp via Alpha, Giant 3667, thank you. Alright guys, that was pretty good.
42, go ahead.
Alright, let's stop here and get our bearings, because I gotta figure out where we're at.
Alright, reach 42, runway 19 right.
Alright,
taxi,
let's get a...
via Whiskey.
Where are we at here?
At Andrews 2987.
Okay, so we'll taxi down, make a left on Foxtrot. That'll take us to the Amazon ramp. Okay, after landing, spoiler handles up, flaps. Auto brakes. Radar off. Landing lights off, runway turn off. APU. And clock. Step trim. Okay, after landing checklist complete. That was pretty good landing. What did Zakar say? I don't know what it's saying.
Southwest 1379 at Freedom, descend to maintain 3000.
Freedom, to maintain 3000, Southwest 1379.
Hundred 169 feet per minute. I'll take that. Better than that crasher at Chicago the other day. Okay, where are we parking at? Oh, right there, right there, right there. Ah! I got it. Okay, parking brake set. Parking checklist, transponder. Standby. APU generators. Fuel switches. Packs. Trim air, we'll leave it on. Window heat, probe heat, leave it on. Yaw damper. Electric hydraulic pump. Anti-collision lights. IRS leave on. Wheel chucks ground power unit. I'll leave the APU running, and we can release the parking brake. Ah, it was a pretty good flight. I was happy with that. Let's get some lights on in here.
Reach 42, wind 150 at 8, runway 19 right, clear for takeoff.
So, I don't know if there's anybody in the chat, but we just landed at Richmond, and my question to you is, do we fly one more, or do we call it a night? I got one more in me. Let's see what we got. Let's see what kind of options we got here. Let's take a look at the UPS website and see what we got to fly, if we wanted to fly another one. I am kind of interested in doing one more. Alright, so we got this thing. Currently at Richmond.
Reach 4-2, radar contacts, late altitude.
You know what? I don't want to hear that right now. There we go.
Reach 4-2,
Nope.
maintain 3,000. I'm going to keep you.
27.
Oh, that's why. Okay, let's take a look at our options here if we want to do one more flight. iCrew. We can go to Lakeland, CVG, or AFW.
Washington 138 at top of descent.
Bob 38, roger, descend via Cap City, arrival landing south, Washington, altimeter 2988.
I do like Lakeland a lot.
Landing south, 03.
Let's see what let's see what the ATC picture's looking like. Maybe that'll help inform our decision. Well, shoot. I guess we'll go back to CVG. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Florida. Let's go Florida. 3089. Add bid. Alright, we're gonna go to Florida. Now let's disconnect. Alright, to Florida we go. Let's do some flight planning now. Send brief. New flight SCX 3089. Departing KRIC, KLAL. In the 737-800. Not too bad. It looks like a fun flight. Let's generate it. Okay, we'll pre-file that on the network. Flight plan is filed. Okay, so we got it. We're gonna do one more flight. We're gonna head down to Lakeland, Florida. Let's get the checklist caught back up to where we're at. Alright, so that's all good. Down to, let's see, that's nice. EFIS panel, takeoff warning system. Sorry, done. Weight and balance. Alright, let's take a look at the weight and balance for this next flight. So, weight and balance. Landing rate, excellent. Great. Okay. Flight plan. Unload. Import Richmond to Lakeland. Okay. The flight plan here is going to be fuel on board 17,175. 17175.
Washington Center, hello. Reach 42 is 6,000 for 170. Reach.
Call a fuel truck. Cargo weight for this flight is going to be 41.5. So let's take a little bit out of here. Alright, cool. Weight and balance is set. Position initialization. Index position is already initialized, so we're at KRIC. Route. KLAL. Now we're Sun Country, SCX 3089. The route. Okay, here's our route. Okay. Direct gears. Well, Gears Q87. Alright, let's do this. Gears Q87. Q87. To Ravo. RAYVO. To J Ross. Like puppy, PUPYY, like Q, KYYUU, and then the departure is going to be from runway 16, and the arrival is going to be the Lever 3. Looking for runway ILS 10. Alright, looks good. Route, activate. Performance initialization, zero fuel weight. Reserves are always 7. Cost index per the flight plan is going to be 40. Cruise altitude 360. Cruise wind 216 at 25. 216. 25. Plus 4. So minus 51 Celsius. And we'll just wait for the fuel. And we'll be ready to calculate takeoff performance. In fact, let's go ahead and get ready to do that now. So let me queue up SimBrief. Takeoff performance. Calculate. Nope, that's not what I want. Let's try this again. Okay. Pick up performance. DTO 230, 142, 142, 149. Alright, looks good. We're not using reserve fuel. Let's see, 30 DTO2. Pick off flaps 5. These numbers are close enough. And over here, we are all set. FMC is checked and set. Fuel quantity checked and set. Flight altitude will be 360. Landing altitude is going to be, let's see, $142. Round up. FMC, check the set flight directors. Let's cycle them off. Then on. Auto throttle's on. MCP airspeed is going to be V2. MCP heading should be runway heading, which we'll get right now. Runway heading out of Richmond is runway 16 is going to be 157. MCP altitude. You know what? Let's go ahead and call for IFR clearance now. 119.5.
25,000 standard. Temperature 27. 2.15. Altimeter 29902. Arrival aircraft expect ILS or visual approach runway 16. Departing runway 20. Reach and call runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information.
Alright, let's try this. Atomic departure. Good evening, Sun Country 3089 with information Bravo. Request IFR clearance to Lakeland. Uh-oh.
Alright, aircraft looking for frequency, say again.
This is Sun Country 3089 looking for IFR clearance to Lakeland with information Bravo, Richmond.
Alright, Sun Country 3089 Potomac departure. Cleared Lakeland, radar vectors, gears, then as filed. Maintain 4,000, expect flight level 360, 10 minutes after departure. Departure with me, squawk 3577.
Okay, Sun Country 39 is cleared to Lakeland via radar vectors to gears, then as filed, initial altitude 4,000 feet. Departure will be with you, squawk 3577.
Sun Country 3089, read back is correct. Push start at your discretion. Contact me when ready to taxi with current information. Expect departure off of 20.
I hate to be a pest. Can we get 16 for departure? For performance?
3089 for you, anything. Expect departure off of runway 16.
Okay, we'll expect 16 and we'll call you back for taxi. Sun Country 39, thanks a lot. Okay, cool. Awesome. This guy's really awesome. Very accommodating. So 3577. So
Lot 38, descend and maintain 3,000.
180
knots.
77.
3,000 feet.
Taxi takeoff departure brief. Okay. Let's do this. Taxi takeoff departure brief. Okay. Charts. We're currently over here at the Amazon Prime Cargo ramp. We're gonna push and get aligned with taxiway Alpha, Foxtrot,
check your transformer
Alpha,
for me.
I'm expecting a taxi via Alpha down to Romeo, and then we'll depart runway 16 from there. We're not on a SID, we're just going to climb via radar vectors to 4,000 feet.
Alright, United 2054 adapted it. Let's see, on the winds today. Alright, United 2054, runway 19.
Okay, B4 start pushback checklist. Lower MFD to set the engine. APU is already on. Doors and windows are closed. Yaw damper's on. Electric. Fuel pumps are on. Parking brake is set. APU generators. Wheel chocks and age. Anti-collision lights, trim air, still on. APU bleed is on. And to start, we're going to go ignition right. ACARS, let's make sure ACARS is caught up with us. Alright. Alright, we're programmed, we're ready. Okay, push to start.
Grounded cockpit. Tow is driving up. Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
You are clear to connect. Alright.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Right there is perfect.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Alright, crew, ready? You ready? I'm ready. Parking brake released.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Alright. Click for engine start, crew, starting engine 2. Rotation and 2. Oil pressure is good. Fuel on. Start valve closed. Good start on engine 2, starting 1. Rotation in 2. Oil pressure is good. Fuel on.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake. And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Okay, good start on engine 2. After start checklist, engine and wing anti-stop required. Packs coming on. APU engine generators 1 and 2. APU off. Flaps 5. Stab trim 5.5 aircraft nose up. Takeoff data confirm 142, 143, 149. Takeoff thrust setting 93.4. DTO 2.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Alright, see you on the right. Okay, transponders on. Taxi takeoff departure brief. No change. We'll get our taxi clearance now. Atomic departure. Sun Country 3089 ready for taxi 16 Richmond.
Right, 2 at once there, United 881 Potomac approach, descend via the Gibbs 5 arrival. Information at Washington is Oscar, expect visual approach runway 19 center.
Alright, we have information Oscar, expect the visual run 9 to center for United 81 heavy, descend on the Gibbs 5.
Sun Country 3089, runway 16, taxi via Alpha. Confirm you have information Bravo on board.
Taxi to 16 Alpha. We do have information Bravo. Sun Country 3089.
FedEx 36 Heavy, descend and maintain 3000 and maintain 2.
Alright, crew, let's roll. No slow steering.
36 Heavy, make sure we're on the same page. I need you down to 3000, then you can maintain 210 knots.
System.
United.
Approach, American 1736, passing through 4,300, runway clutch.
American 1736, Potomac departure, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 210. United 2054, radar contact, say altitude. United 2054 Heavy, climb maintain 10,000, turn right heading 320.
Up to 10,000 and right turn 320, United 2054.
Okay, flight controls are checked free and clear. Clear right,
Southwest
clear left.
4136, descend and maintain 2,500.
2,500 Southwest 4136.
I'm gonna adjust
Aircraft
these.
from Potomac will be closing at 0100 Zulu. Southwest 4136, turn right heading 010 vectors for the approach.
Right turn 010 vector for approach Southwest 4136.
American 1736, Washington Center's offline, frequency change to advisory is approved.
22.8, from 036, fix.
Southwest 4136, turn right heading 080, on roll-out, field will be at your, call at 1 o'clock, report we have in sight.
080, Southwest 4136.
Yeah, in Southwest 4136, I'll report when you have the field in sight.
Report field inside Southwest.
FedEx 36 Heavy, turn right heading 080, report when you have the river in sight. And FedEx 36 Heavy down 080. United 2054, proceed direct Riggins, climb maintain flight level 1900.
Direct Riggins up to 190, United 2054.
Approach, good evening. This is American 2153 with 150 descend on Clipper 3.
American 2153, Potomac, approach IDEN.
Squawk IDEN, we're about 35 miles east of Baltimore, VOR, American 2153.
American 2153, radar contact position as reported. Descent via the Clipper 3 arrival. Washington is landing south. Baltimore altimeter 2989.
The altimeter descend via the Clipper 3 and landing south, American 2153.
FedEx 36 Heavy on that river. FedEx 36 Heavy cleared river visual runway 19 approach, contact Washington Tower 119.1. Southwest 4136, you got the field?
We'll hold here. This is an active runway here.
Southwest 4136 cleared visual approach, runway 10, wind 130 at 9, runway 10 clear to land.
Potomac departure, Sun Country 39. We're holding short of 20. We cleared across for 16.
Sun Country 3089, A-firm, runway 16, taxi via Alpha, crossing runway 20.
Okay, cross 20 at Alpha to 16, Sun Country 3089.
United 2054, Washington Center's offline, frequency change advisory is brief.
This is a weird runway because, like, it does this weird, like, thing right here where you have to cross it to get to the other one, but they're kind of connected.
November 90214, Potomac, departure radar contact. And November 141, climb maintain 3000. November 141, climb maintain 3000.
Remember that, climb maintain 3000, 141.
And on November 141, were you given runway heading on your takeoff clearance?
I was given 150 for the heading.
Oh, alright. November 141, that makes more sense. Thanks.
Potomac departure, Sun Country 39, holding short 20, ready for departure.
November 141, proceed direct to Raven.
Proceed direct to Raven 414.
Sun Country 3089, on departure fly runway heading, wind 210 at 9, runway 16, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 16, fly runway heading, Sun Country 3089. Okay, I screwed this up. I got the wrong runway heading here. Let's fix that. It's 157. Alright, we're good. Alright, rolling takeoff. Rolling takeoff. Takeoff clearance is good. Clock started. Rolling takeoff.
Southwest 4136, welcome to Baltimore. You can exit runway
set takeoff thrust.
Echo, taxi to ramp via Echo Papa Tango. Have a good day. Aircraft for Potomac, Potomac will be closing in 5 minutes.
80 knots.
Let a hold.
V1, rotate.
Wow.
Positive rate.
Gear up. That thing came up fast on me. Oh, didn't get that right either. Altitude 4,000. Flaps 1.
Country 3089, radar contact, the altitude.
Climb to 3,200 for 4,000, Sun Country 3089.
Sun Country 3089, climb maintain 12,000, proceed direct gears. Washington Center's offline, frequency change advisory is approved.
Okay, direct gears, climb maintain 2,000 over to Unicom, Sun Country 3089, so long. Autopilot's coming on.
American 2153.
After takeoff checklist, landing gear up, lights out, off, flaps are up, auto brakes off, ICAST no alerts, holding on the exterior lights. Okay. Okay. Exterior lights are off. Altitude 360. Wait, there's gears? Wow, look at that sky. That's pretty. Hey, climbing at 302 knots, coming up 17,000 feet. Altimeter standard at the takeoff checklist complete. There's 20,000 feet. Whoa! My goodness. Easy Company. Is that, am I seeing that? 20. I'm speechless. Thank you so much. I've got to be honest with you. That is the first super chat I've ever gotten on a live stream. I think. I'm honored. Thank you so much for that. I mean, what have I done to deserve that? But wow. Wow, I've never. That's like half of my YouTube ad revenue for an entire month in one day. Thank you so much. I hope you'll type in the chat so I can talk to you for a bit. Unless I screwed something up. It says epic fail. What did I screw up? Thank you again. I really appreciate it. And welcome aboard. Wow. That's really, really awesome. Awesome. Okay, that's great, man. I love it. So this flight sim stuff is just a hobby of mine, right? This is something I like to do on the side. My channel is primarily for strategy wargaming, and that's going to always be the case. And I have some... I can't say much, but I hope you'll stay tuned to the channel because I'm part of a beta team on another strategy game that I think is going to be really awesome. And I'm going to be doing content for that too in the future. But in the meantime, my War in the Pacific campaign is going to press on, and I've got so many videos already scheduled to release, basically through all of June. Me and Italian have been doing a turn a day, and I release a video every 2 days, so it gives me like a little bit of a delay, which means I can be a little more open about what I'm doing, because by the time you watch the video, I've moved on a couple weeks in turns. So that's the first time I've had this pace where I can do this. But I really appreciate your super chat. That's a lot of money to me. I don't take it lightly, because this YouTube channel thing of mine is a labor of love. They pay me nothing. They pay me pennies for what I do, and that's fine. I don't do it for the money. I do it because I enjoy the interaction with people like you. So thank you so much for that. I got tons of turns already edited and uploaded. I got so much Warner Pacific content, you're gonna get sick of it. Hey Jeff, nice to see you, man. We are airborne. We just took off out of Richmond and we're heading down to Lakeland, Florida. Should be a little. It's about an hour-and-a-half flight from here. In fact, let me update my video channel, or the video. We're heading to Lakeland, Florida. I fly in there a lot. It's a really cool airport with like a single runway. It's down near Miami or Tampa. I think it's near Tampa. So I hope you'll stay on board. I had a really nice landing in Richmond, 160 feet per minute, which is way better than that crap that I did at Chicago a couple weeks ago. That was terrible. But I got that figured out now, so. Right now we're just climbing through flight level 280 on the way to 360. Looking good. I'm just really... I don't know, I'm really stunned by this super chat by Easy Company. I've never gotten one before. I've been live streaming for a long time on YouTube and no one's ever given me anything, so I'm really, you know, just kind of honored by it. So thanks again, man. I got you covered with your Warner Pacific content. Not loving that fuel quantity, so it's indicating 5.7 landing at Lakeland. That's a little less than what I prefer. I like to land with about 7,000 pounds, which is a very healthy reserve. This is okay. I mean, we can fly on this, but I'm a little surprised that my fuel calculations came up this 1,300 pounds short. I normally don't miss it like that. We'll see. As we climb and as we level off, this number should come up a bit. Okay, climbing through flight level 320 for 360. You know what, Easy Company, I am really having fun with this campaign, and I hate to be honest with you, but there is quite a bit of an experience and a skill differential between myself and Italian. But I've said this, if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, I've always said that the stronger player always needs to play Japan, because the Japanese player for the first year or so carries the campaign. We set the tone, we expand, we make the gains early on so that the Allies have something to fight back against later on. If the Japanese player is sucky and gets blown out at the beginning of the campaign, there is no campaign. The Allies already won. So I feel like if you're gonna play somebody, the better player should always be Japan, so you have a chance of doing something and being effective and making some ground on something, and then establish a good perimeter so that the later war stuff, the Allies have something that they gotta fight for. So Italian is definitely inexperienced. He makes mistakes. He's doing things that other Allied players would do better, but that just means it's going to be a lot more competitive later on once we get to the defensive phase of the campaign, where we set our borders, we set our margins, and now we have to defend against the Allied counterattack. 1,000 to go. So it's actually better this way when you can make some gains early on. And he's not completely horrible. Like, he's doing very, very, very good in China. I'm quite satisfied with his defensive stuff in China. That's fine. In the air, not so great, but that's okay. At sea, not so great. That's okay. The other thing is that he's learning as we play. I'm teaching him things on my Discord server. He's got his own channel, and people are giving him recommendations, and I'm fine with that. There's such a big skill disparity that I want people to help him so he doesn't get steamrolled completely. For example, you're gonna not see it for a few weeks here, but the turn that we just had today, he did something that really caused me a delay. Did it hurt me? No. But did it cause issues with where I was trying to do? Absolutely. And it was smart. So he's learning, and he's doing things better as he goes. And you'll see that video in a few weeks. So I'll make a big deal out of it because it was kind of an inconvenience. That's what I'll call it. An inconvenience to my plans. But he had the wherewithal to do it, which is showing me that he's learning and getting better. So I'm happy with him. I'm happy with the things that I'm doing because I'm playing a lot more disciplined in this campaign than I did in previous ones. My losses are lower. Ship losses, aircraft losses, ground losses are all lower than I've ever had before because I'm playing smarter and drawing upon the lessons that I've learned in my previous campaigns. So I'm really happy with it, and I'm having a good time. And he's really a cool kid. I think he's like 18 or 19. But he's a cool kid. We talk a lot in private messages on Discord, and it's very cordial. There's no animosity there. And because I'm way older than he is, I feel like I need to be I need to be kind of respectful to him. I don't want to be a crabby, jerky old man. So me and Macho, if you were watching that campaign previously, we're a lot closer in age, and we're both in the military. So sometimes when we were communicating with each other, it got a little tense, teetering on being a little disrespectful equally, and I'll take my share of that. But sometimes we didn't communicate very well with each other, and because we're a lot different in age, Italian and I feel like I need to be the better person and not let things get to that level. So I hope that explains it. Oh, there's a little bit of fuel in the center wing tank. Let's see if we can burn that off real quick. Going out of center wing. Let's just run that down to 0. I'm gonna need every pound I can get here. All right, already we're gaining a little bit of fuel on our landing estimate. So when this gets to about 50 pounds, we're gonna get an alert here on the annunciator. Or not, I don't know, maybe not. Alright, well, we got the fuel out of there. So, oh, there it is, low pressure. Okay, burned all that fuel off. Back into the main tanks here. Alright, so what do we got here? Top of descent, 424 nautical miles, 214 Zulu. So about 58 minutes we'll start down to Lakeland, and 10 minutes prior to that we'll do our descent and approach landing planning discussion. So right now we're just gonna chill. If anybody wants to chit chat in the chat, now's a good time because I'm just sitting here. Although I am out of gin and tonic, so I might have to make another one, and I might need to heat up some dinner from the galley real quick. Get a little hungry here. A touch of weather painting on the radar over there, but it's out of the way. I actually take that back. There's more weather painting on the radar way out there, about 140 miles out. We'll see what that turns into. We may have to deviate if that gets kind of thick. Thanks, Easy Company. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's see, December 13th. Okay, yep. So just so you know, I've got videos lined up all the way to December 25th in game time. So I got 12 turns for you to watch. Actually, 12 plus a strategy discussion. So I got plenty of content for you, my dude. Thank you very much again for the super chat. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. You enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you later, man. Take care. Alright, crew, I'm here. I was just heating up some dinner in the galley. Look good. Got some pan-seared chicken breast with some au gratin potatoes and some steamed broccoli. That's what's on the menu tonight. Oh, good. What am I looking at here? United Arab Emirates A380. Wow. You don't see that every day. What are they doing out here? Look at that. What is that guy doing? Hold on. UAE from Wilmington to Houston? What the heck kind of flight is that? Oh, that's me. Oh, what is he doing? Hold on. Flight level 310 from Wilmington to Houston. That's a weird flight. What is that about? Look at the route is direct. Okay, this guy, I don't know. I don't know about that guy. All the same, there you go. A380. Over North Carolina. Go figure. What is going on with this A380? Look at this guy. What is he doing? I don't think this guy knows where he's going. Look at this. What? I don't get it. Why is he flying so slow? That is bizarre. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. Yeah. I want to have a little fun. Let's go buzz the tower. If he's gonna be out here flying all weird.
Traffic.
What is going on here? Man, look at the way he's turning and burning on that thing. What? Dogfighting with an A380. Oh. He's turning again. Oh, okay. Okay. He's just screwing around, so now that I know that, we'll go back on course. LNAV. Alright, back on course. That was enough fun. I think he's coming back. Oh, we need to be careful. Jeez, that's a big looking plane. Yeah, I don't want to get in that guy's wake turbulence. Alright, I think I'm done playing around with this guy. It was fun for a minute, but he cut in front of me. Alright, he's cool. Okay, I think we're good now. I think we're done screwing around. That was fun, but time to get back to work here. Oh my god! Look at it. Where's this guy now? Oh, he's out of there. Bros, what's he doing, man? I think he's coming after us again. Here it comes. Behind us still. Oh, I think he disappeared. I think we lost bro. He's gone now, guys. That was fun while it lasted, though, right? Oh, he's still back there. He's just going really slow. Well, that was entertaining. Let's see, how long do we got here? 15, so 2:05. About 20 minutes we'll start our descent planning. Now he's following us. Have a lot of fun with the auto throttle. In about 5 minutes, we'll start our descent planning. Alright, crew, let's start planning this descent. Bust open our checklist. Okay, let's get our landing weight here. 142.5. We gotta burn another 2,500 pounds, so 142 will be our landing weight. That dude is still following us. That's crazy. Anyway, landing performance. Lakeland, runway 10, 140. Calculate. So auto brakes 3. Okay. Auto brakes 3. The approach 151. So the The VREF will be 146. 146. Wind is right down the runway. Altimeter 3006. So 30, 146. The altimeter 3006. Alright, and auto brakes 3. Arrival. We're on the Lubber 3 RNAV arrival. So about to cycle in on it right now at Kiyu. Only crossing restriction we have is Zephyr at or above 3000. From Zephyr, we're going to go direct to our air show, or yeah, air show. It'll probably fly like a downwind leg, a base leg, and then turn into the ILS to shoot that in there. And then we're going to be looking for the ILS runway 10 approach. So at air show, we need to be down at 2,700 feet. We get down to fly-in, which is the final approach fix, 1,700 feet, 3-degree glide slope down to the runway. Approach course is 096. ILS decision altitude is 332 baro. MSA from the LAL VOR is 2,700 feet. In the event of a misapproach, we're going to climb to 1,000 and climbing left turn to 2,000 on heading 292 outbound to Lakeland VOR radio 332 Plumy, which is DME 33.3 DME from the PIE VOR and hold. So 332 baro. Let's get that in there. Baro set decision height, minimum descent altitude is set. Lakeland VOR is going to be 116.0. Actually, let's put that over here. And then we'll put ILS over here. Uh-oh. Must have been a wind shift or something. And the ILS frequency is 110.1. And the approach course is 096. Okay, we are ready for descent. Altitude set 3,000. Homeboy is still following us. Oh, he changed his flight plan to Lakeland. What is going on here, dude? I'm being stalked right now. This is crazy, man. No one ever stalks me on VADSIM. Oh, whatever. He can stalk me if he wants to. Alright, let's get the CTAF frequency for Lakeland. We're probably going to need it with this creeper following us. 24.5. So this guy who's stalking me in the A380 he's changed his flight plan to follow us to Lakeland, but Lakeland is not exactly large enough for that type of airplane. Here, look at this. That's an 8,500-foot runway. It's not really that wide either, so I don't know what his plan is here. I don't know what he's doing. Whatever. Where'd he go? He's descending. Oh, whatever. Alright, crew, top ascent's coming up. Stand by. Hey, retard. Throttle's idle. Oh, homie's still back there. We're out way ahead of him now. I don't think he'll be a factor coming in. Okay, on profile, on speed. Okay, airspeed 285. That's through flight level 290. Down to 3. Who's Caden Hauser? Ah, sorry I missed the message. It must have been a juicy one. He retracted his message before I could read it. Sorry I missed it. Whoa. Chilling with Pepe in bed. Okay. That's cool. Okay, speeds up a little bit, but we got quite a range in the VNAV band. Flight level 235 for 3. I feel like I'm missing out on this conversation here. What happened in Milwaukee? getting a little bit faster, but we're still okay. It's gonna make it harder to lose that speed later on. See if we can get a weather update. "32 minutes ago, wind is 110 at 11. Sky clear. Altimeter 3006, still looking good. Drag required. Okay, speed brakes extend. Oh, it was a some sort of riot or something, a protest. Like a BLM riot or something like that. Okay, altimeters 3006. Set, cross check. Strike of America, okay. Sounds like a bunch of libtards out there doing dumb stuff, but hey, whatever. Okay, speed break track. Hey, 15,000 feet. Okay, speed a little high, speed brake extend. Retract. Okay, decel. Speed brakes. Alright, exterior lights. Approach checklist complete. Retract. Hey, there's 10,000 feet. A little fast. Hey, should be coming right here. There it is. Alright, let's go ahead and select heading select, and I'm gonna go vertical speed. There's Lakeland Airport over there. And that's where we're going to be parking. That's our primary ramp over there. Okay, let's turn over to the CTAF. And speed brakes. Arm those. All right, speed. Speed 210. All right, crew, prepare for landing. All right, altitude 2,700. Hey, we're on an extended downwind, more or less, right now. Gotta bleed off some speed here.
Thousand to go.
Check. Flaps 1. Okay, keep the speed going. 180. Flaps 5. Arm VOR. Localizer. Lakeland traffic, Sun Country 3089 on the ILS 10 approach. Okay, we're set up for a 30-degree entry onto the localizer. Oh, there's our friend, the A380 that's going to try to land at Lakeland. All right. Okay, got DME to Lakeland, 16.6. And get the HUD. Okay, localizer's alive. Localizer captured. Runway in sight. It's arm approach mode. Way down glide slope. Just in case this guy's on another frequency. Okay, glide slope is alive. It's not often that I have wind right down the runway. It's like dead ahead. Alright, let's go speed 160. Gear down, flaps 15. Let's keep the speed going down to final approach speed, 151.
2,500.
Missed approach heading, 096. Missed approach altitude, 2,000. Okay. Flaps 30 before landing checklist. Landing gear down 3 greens, full handles arm. Auto brakes are set 3. Flaps set for landing. Flaps 30. Altimeters cross check 3006. Alleycast dual alerts. Landing clearance. Lakeland traffic, Sun Country 3089 on final 10. Clear land. Alright, crew. I'll take it from here. Auto throttle.
1,000.
1,000 to go. Okay, on localizer on glide slope. On Pappies.
Approaching minimums. 200 minimum.
Continue. Landing.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Manual braking. Versus normal. Lakeland traffic, Sun Country 3089 clear, runway 10 at Charlie. Here comes that A380. Alright, after line checklist, spoiler handle up, retract, flaps up, auto brakes off, radar off, landing lights, runway turn off, strobe lights. Oh, dude, is he gonna make this? Holy moly. Oh my gosh. This is nuts. Oh, what a slammer! Oh! Wow. Oh, he did it. I don't know how. Okay, clock. Stop, stab trim. Hey, after takeoff check, after landing checklist complete. Yeah, he got it stopped. Oh, dude, is he gonna get off the runway there? Yeah, he made it. I didn't know you could land an A380 at Lakeland, but apparently you can. I can honestly say this is the first time I've ever been stalked on BadSim. That was a fun flight. 2 good landings tonight. Happy with that. I needed to get a couple wins in the win category after the last performance that I had. Is that guy still behind me? Yep. Sure is. Is that a, what is that? Is that a boat? Oh, okay. Truck, get out of the way! Golly! Hey, parking brake. Hey, parking checklist, transponder. APU. Fuel switches. Packs. Trim air. Window heat, probe heat, yaw damper, electric hydraulic pumps, anti-collision lights, fuel. IRS's, nose light, wheel chocks, ground power unit. Parking brake released. APU off. Alright, guys. That A380 made it over there, man. I can't believe it. He's over there behind that DHL 767, but that was actually kind of fun. He didn't really interfere with me that much, to be honest with you. He did his own thing, didn't bug us, so that's cool. Let's say something to him. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it. I had 2 good flights in here today. I really enjoyed it. Thank you all for stuck with me, came in, stopped by. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. And then we got a new buddy with this A380 guy. So, guess I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.